I've been so comfy in my little Sherpa and I want to read a new book. Let's just say it's about to get crazy with finals and everything, but I'm still wanting to read because my volleyball season's over, so now I can finally read again. The book that I've been devouring is Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I have gotten 189 pages, but she's pretty thick. And I'm gonna be honest here, I'm not in the mood to read this right now. I hate picking up books and then DNFing them, but not actually DNFing them. It's more just like for the moment. So I thought we could do a mood reading vlog for you guys. So let's go ahead and pick a book from my crazy overflowing bookshelves. Don't ask. Don't get me wrong, the Shatter Me chokehold I'm in right now is crazy. I just finished Restore Me, like I would say about a week ago. Kind of like, you know when you like get sick of the series but you're not sick of the series, you just want like one book break. Well, I haven't even had a book break yet, so I'll be back to this one soon. Wait, we get POV in this one. Guys, the chokehold. I could finish the series, but I also have like so many other books just like waiting to be called. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, so after this book is complete, I only have one more book left in this series besides the novellas, if I ever want to pick those up. So I have the last book with me as well. It's Imagine Me. This one's a bit thicker than this one's gonna be, but I've never finished a series besides Divergent series when I was a little kid, so I'm in the mood to finish this. And like, low-key, the ending of that one made it like a 6-star book for me, so I think it's just a good time to pick this one up. I just finished Define Me this morning, and this is the 5th book of the Shatter Me series. As you can see, I have the little Shatter Me series here, and I only have one book left out of this. Honestly, I felt like this should have been the last book, to be completely honest. Like, one, the plot twists that were coming that like resumed from Restore Me, but also just like the ending of it, I felt like it was pretty concluded, so I'm a little worried about what's going on in Imagine Me, because it's close to 500 pages as well, so I'm like, what's going on? But overall, this was a 4-star book for me. It's not a 5 because I feel like I'm in like a low-key reading slump, so like it just doesn't, no book's like really standing out to me, but obviously this series is still good, and jumping into the series is really fun and amazing. It took me a little longer than I expected to read this book when I picked up last time because I also went through finals. So I'm going to continue this mood reading vlog while I'm on Christmas break now. More time to read books. I'm going to find a different book. So let me go ahead and find a different book and then we can start reading again. So I'm going to try to find a book that is fast-paced, maybe not specifically a thriller just because of the video I'm doing next. It's kind of thriller-ish, so let's go look at our bookshelves. I also have a couple of clips of me reading this from earlier this week, so I'm just going to insert those right now. This is my first Lucy Score book, and I'm so excited that it's a Christmas one. A Grumpy Meets Sunshine, reality TV star trope, I think, and then small town, obviously. She fixes up houses and everything, so yeah, I just love this cover. I think it's so pretty and Christmassy. Yeah, let's continue to read. Stuck on page 34. Okay guys, it's time for an update. So I'm about 100 and 13 pages into the book, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not my favorite read that I've read. I think it's slowly growing on me, but it's also really, really slow. I think I'm having a bit of a trouble reading it, but I'm trying to get through it. It is Christmas Eve today, so I am just having a lot of free time while waiting for everyone to kind of get ready to go to our little get-together, and then hopefully tomorrow I can read like after everything calms down. I think I'm going to stick through with it just because I've already gotten like past 100 pages now. I think I'm just going to try to stick through it. I kind of wish I brought a different book that I'm reading for a different reading vlog today, just because it's so much more fast-paced and so much more interesting than this one. Like, I just feel like it's really, really slow, and I've never had, I mean, Lucy Score's writing is really, really good. I just don't know if the concept for me is not that fun, or like I'm kind of over like the Hallmark stuff right now. I'm not sure what's not clicking for me in this book, but I do want to finish it just because I've put so much time into it. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to reading right now, and yeah, that's really the only thing I have to do today until this party, so there's no excuse not to read. To give an update on what's actually happening, I mean, they're just trying to get Mary, which is their town that they're in, back under control and really help fix it up. But of course Noah doesn't believe in Kat because she's a reality TV star, and Kat is just kind of proving him wrong in every turn that they go. Yeah, and I do actually really like his daughter Sarah in here. She's so cute and so adorable, and I love that she's a fan of Kat as well. But I switched my reading goal for Goodreads this year to 15 books for me because I'm balancing volleyball, I'm balancing school. I'm really, really busy all the time, and I just started reading heavily in June. So it's been like a good 6 months, and I've had 14 books. So this would be the 15th book for me, and I would be super excited to meet my reading goal and possibly do more than my goal. My original goal was 20, but I thought that 15 would be more manageable for me. And I feel like in 6 months, 15 books for me, who has a lot going on, is accomplishing, and I'm very proud of myself. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue reading this and see what's going on. Okay guys, so I decided to DNF the Christmas books by Lucy Score. I wasn't really feeling it, and Christmas is over today, so I'm kind of like not wanting to read a holiday read. I should have read it a little bit earlier and gave myself more time. But I decided instead of reading that, I'm going to pick up a different one for this reading vlog. This is How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. I got this a while ago. I think it's a guy who lives like forever, or he time travels. I'm not 100% sure, I don't remember. But I think he ends up falling in love with somebody, and it's like kind of a little history book. Oh, he wrote The Midnight Library. And then I'm going to use my new bookmark, which is Hot Girls Rebooks. It's not long, but it's like a short read. It's like 325 pages, so I could fly through this in like 3 days if I read 100 pages a day. So let's get started on reading. Alright guys, today was a really, really good reading day. So I have gotten to 103 pages in the book, and I love the flow of the story. I love the way that it is written. There are some amazing quotes in here. I wish I was tabbing this book. I wish I was highlighting this book. It's just written very eloquently, and I truly am enjoying this book. There's like different parts to the books. It's like part 1, part 2, part 3. Yes, I'm on part 2, and I don't know. I just am fully enjoying this book. So happy that I finally read it, because it's been on my TBR for a very long time. Probably over a year this has been on my TBR, and I'm really excited that I picked it up. My goal is to finish this in 2 more days. I read 100 pages each day, and then I'm set and I'm done, and then that will end our little reading vlog. So I will see you guys in my next update, most likely closer to the end or finish the book. up this video and talk about the books that I read for this reading vlog. The first book that we read for this mood reading vlog was Defy Me by Tara Mafi. This is book 5 in the Shadow Me series. So I rated this book 4 stars. I love this series, and the whole series itself is a 5-star so far. I haven't read the last book yet, but I plan to very, very soon. I didn't give this book 5 stars because I feel like everything, the plot twists were kind of, I could see it. I mean, it still was really interesting to read, and I did enjoy it. And I also feel like this wrapped up really well, and I feel like this should be the last book. So I'm wondering what is in the 6th book, and especially why is it like almost like 600 pages. I love this book, and I like that we got a new point of view in this book, and I would recommend jumping into the Shadow Me series, especially if you want to hit your reading goal. That's 6 books right there, plus little novellas if you want to count those. It is just a really great series, and you fly by with it. My favorite book so far would have to be the 3rd book out of the first 3 sets, and then the 4th book. Then we moved on to The Crystal Six by Lucy Score. I think if I read this book a little earlier than like the day before Christmas, I would be more compelled to not DNF it. I didn't really like some of the writing choices that she did in here. Like, there was a few things that just made me kind of cringe. I do think she's a good writer. I think the story flowed. I just didn't want to continue on a Christmas book after Christmas. It like dragged on for me to read this book, which was interesting because last year I read a Christmas book and I really enjoyed it. I just don't understand why I couldn't get into this one. And last but not least, we read by Matt Haig, How to Stop Time. This book is a 5-star reading for me. I completely fell in love with this book and his writing. This book touched on so many topics that I think is really eye-opening for someone who enjoys reading, who is getting older, who suffers with anxiety and has a fear of like getting old. The anxiety part resonated with me, as well as getting older resonated with me. I feel like I'm always dwelling on what's coming in the future, and I'm always worried about it. But in this book, you kind of learn that you can't really focus on the future. Just because you are like worried about it or contemplating it doesn't mean it's going to change its course. It will always be coming, and it just like made me feel like I need to be more comfortable with just living and being in the present. I truly love this book. I've never like wanted to grab a pen and highlight some things in here or like write down little notes, and some of the quotes in here were truly amazing, and they just made me feel, it just made me feel good, and I feel like this book is something that everyone should read. So these were the books we picked up for this mood reading vlog. I really enjoyed all of these. Even this one I DNF'd. I did enjoy it. I just wasn't in the Christmas mood anymore. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I have a lot more planned for 2024, so make sure to stick around.